All right, let's talk sports pet peeves. I've got a few that drove me crazy for years, and if you watch sports for long enough, you've noticed them too. These aren't hot takes; these are basic decency takes. Let's talk about it. All right, number one, having to do with football. Players running over people on the sideline, whether it be a camera guy, cheerleader, ball boy, assistant, whoever. I've seen more often than not players run these people over on the sidelines, pop up, act like nothing ever happened, and run back on the field, whether that person was hurt or not. Like I said, more often than not, I've seen them not check on them. At least give me a tap, a nod, are you good? Do something to make sure that person's okay. They didn't sign up to be a part of the highlight reel. They're there to, just to do a job. So I think it's human decency just to check on that person. Look, do I think there's too many people on the sideline? 100% yes. I absolutely think there is too many people on the sideline. But like I said, it's a human decency take. That person's there just doing a job. They wind up just being horizontal. That's not what they signed up for. At least check on them. Human decency. All right, number two, and this one really does get to me. It's always gotten to me. A player makes a play, the whistle blows, player pops up, throws the ball, 5 yards downfield, spikes it, fires it off to one side or the other. Why? I mean, the clock's going to stop until the referee gets the ball back. It's not tough. It's not you're not doing anything special. It's not cool. So why not just give the ball back to the referee? That's something that has always drove me crazy. And honestly, I think it continues to get worse. It doesn't make you look tough. It's just petty. Hand the ball back to the referee. Be a professional after every play. That's it. All right, number three, fan fights. Why can't an opposing fan come to another, home team? Like, let's say if you're a Falcons fan, why can't you go to a Carolina Panthers game and root for the Falcons without getting absolutely mauled by people or something thrown at you? Not that this has happened to me because I try to avoid it. I don't even wear like a Falcons jersey if I go to an opposing stadium. But why can't we do that? Philadelphia is the worst. Everybody knows that. But why can't a fan just go and support their team without having to put up with a bunch of stupidity, especially if they have kids, people cussing at them and the kids and all that? I just think that's a terrible thing, and I wish we could do away with it. Just let people be fans. As long as they're not being obnoxious and really doing something to get under everybody's skin, why can't we just let a fan be a fan? All right, and finally, number four, in-game coaching interviews. Why do we have to interview somebody after the first quarter, and they could be down by 20 if it's a basketball game, or who knows if it's a football game, whatever. You never know what you're going to get out of that coach, and I realize it's in their contract, but, if I was a coach in the NBA or NFL, and something was going wrong, I wouldn't necessarily take kindly to that interview. And I realize it's part of their contract to have to do so, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I think we should save those to halftime or, post game. But as far as in-game interviews, I think we can do away with those. All right, that's it for me. That was my 4 top pet peeves, and I'm sure there's more that we could do a longer video on, but I just wanted to, make a video about a couple. If this hit home, please let me know. Drop them in the comments. Some of the sports pet peeves that drive you crazy. Like I said, for me, let's stop the in-game interviews. Let's give the ball back to the referee after the play. Let's check on people if you truck them out of bounds. That's it. Just basic human decency. And like I said, if this hit home, please like, subscribe, drop it in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.